In this video we have something special in store. As we delve into the world of design, today we'll be creating unique drink and packaging inspired by some of our favorite Jujutsu Kaisen characters, such as Sukuna, Gojo, and of course the GOAT, Toji. So bring a tea, buckle up, and let's enjoy the video together. Now let's stop and go a bit deeper into our chosen characters and the flavors that make them a perfect fit. Starting with the Gojo, the handsome boy, I think the perfect fit will be the blueberry, because much like the character, blueberries are bold, refreshing, and leave a lasting impression, and the colors are also matching. So having this in mind, let's just jump into the Photoshop and start designing together. First of all, let's start with a good solid base. So in our case, I think the background such as space would be a very good idea because it kinda relates to the Gojo. So let's just scale it a little bit down, and of course we have to create a clipping mask. It will blend the image with the mockup itself. Gojo is very well known for his beautiful cyanish eyes, so let's change the color of our background, something more or less similar to it. And of course let's not forget to add a little bit of glowing, because glowing just makes any design look much better in a matter of seconds.
Nice.
Let's finally import our beautiful man right here and try to find a spot for him. I think in the middle he will look kinda classy. We need a little bit of contrast, so let's add curves and play with it, something like this. To make it look much more 3D, let's apply a drop shadow and play with the settings a bit. Not everyone knows the name of the character, so let's put it above the Gojo like this. Let's change the color of the top of the can to more cyanish. We need a little bit of space below to add some details, so let's create a box, rectangle, and put it below like this. Warp it a little bit so it eventually be more cylindrical. If you don't like something in the design, of course you have to add what? Of course glowing. Always. We have to not forget about the character itself, so let's add glowing to him too, and maybe make it more saturated on the edges. And guess what? We have to add more glowing on the letters too. While I'm doing it, there's a small probability that you did not press like button and subscribe. It's impossible, right? You better don't disappoint me, boy. Just click the button. Click it. It is time to add a bit of flavor, so let's add blueberry on the left corner and scale it a little bit down. We created a bit of space before, so let's just add blueberry and lemonade right below the image. Adding small details such as infinity symbol will make our design even more unique and more recognizable for customers. Let's change the color on a bluish, cyanish. Yeah, that's a contrast. Let's not forget to promote ourselves, put our logo somewhere, and finally have something like this. So let's dive into the second design. Let's start the second design with my favorite character, Toji. The image looked a little bit desaturated, so let's just add a little bit of contrast to make it pop. Toji is one of the strongest characters from the whole TV show, so I want to make him a little bit more aggressive and more scary, so let's add red color and apply a little bit of blending. I'm also always adding a little bit of shadow by myself because it helps the design to become more alive. After a couple of twists I have something like this, so let's finally apply it on a mockup and see how it will look like. Sheesh, it looks crazy guys, not gonna lie, so let's just try to apply different effects to make it even better. We need a little bit of empty space as we had before, so let's create a rectangle, create clipping mask, and change the color on a black. Time to add a little bit of spicy.
Yeah, boy.
So let's just add the pepper and put it somewhere here. We need a little bit of shadow, so let's just take a brush and slowly, gradually try to paint it. Let's find the best possible spot for this red pepper, and I think I might use it as a background pattern rather than one image showcasing the flavor. So let's reduce a little bit of opacity and spread it around the whole can itself. Let's add the second flavor here, and I think strawberry and red pepper will be actually ridiculous. So let's just add a little bit of shadows here, and to make it pop a little bit more, let's add gradually a little bit of highlight. Let's add the name of the character, and to blend it even better in the image and make it more three-dimensional, let's just take one of the red peppers and increase the opacity of it. Let's also apply a little bit of drop shadow to the Toji, and you can see that it looks much better. Let's add the names of the flavors below, and of course I want to make the top of the can a little bit red. Let's add a small icon from Better Look, our logo, and here we go. It may be one of my favorite designs for a long time, so let's jump into the Sukuna and see what we can do with him. So let's start the third design, and we have to find a picture of Sukuna and put it somewhere, maybe in the middle of the can, because I believe that middle is the best for focal point. Let's scale it a little bit down, something like this. We're gonna use orange as a flavor, so let's change the color of the can to a similar one, maybe more yellowish. I like to play around and see which will be the best. This particular image of Sukuna is too red, so let's just apply hue and saturation and try to fix it and add a little bit of more orange. Sukuna is well known for demolishing his opponents to the bone, so of course we have to add something like a skull pattern, which will be pretty iconic. Let's make the guy pop a little bit, so let's add drop shadow and play with it, so it will actually look more two-dimensional. And of course I couldn't resist, I have to use a little bit of fire because it will add a very dramatic feeling to the whole packaging, so let's use it. Let's place it a little bit below the guy, and yeah, that's what I'm talking about, We need to add a little bit of depth to the image, so let's just make a couple of twists and add a little bit of shadows under his eyes, and yeah, it looks better. To make image blend even more, we have to add a little bit of glowing to the clothes and add some highlights on his nose, ears, jawline, and also let's not forget about his eyes and add some glow there too. This small adjustment just makes the whole composition looks insane. We can add a little bit of shadows on the sides of the can to make it even more dramatic. Because it's me, I have to add a little bit of glowing, because I can, I want, and I will. Let's add the name of the character somewhere above, add some shadows, and start thinking where we can put our orange. I think if we try to put it on the right side it may work, so let's just rotate it a little bit more and yeah, it's good. Let's put small slice on the left side, and my favorite part of the whole process is just to enhance the overall composition a little bit. So let's add some glowing on a different part of the can, on the left side, right side, and of course on the top of the can, because every other previous design has the same type of pattern, so why to not use it here? Phew, yeah, the journey is almost over, so let's just take a quick break. Appreciate everyone who watched this video until this moment. And let's talk about what you would like to see in the next videos. Just comment down below anything you would like to see, any redesign, maybe you have particular thoughts, and I will try to use them in the next video. I will not take more time from you because I know you're waiting for the final design, so let's go back. Let's put the small icon that represents Sukuna's tattoo here. We have to also add the name of the flavor, and of course there is my logo, which we have to a little bit change because the color is blue and it's not very good. We need some contrast, so let's change the color of the orange first. And let's try to apply the same color to our logo. So finally we can take a look at all our three designs together. Here is Gojo, Sukuna and Toji. Even though there is some elements that I don't like in these designs, I'm pretty happy with an overall outcome. Let's decide which can packaging you like more. In my case I cannot betray my man Toji, so I will have to go with him. I appreciate everyone who went through this journey with me, so have a good day and see you soon in the next videos. Bye bye!